Okay, we're going to take a break from political stuff and we're going to answer these questions because I love sci-fi stuff. I love supernatural stuff. I love talking about this kind of stuff. You know, that's why I pulled out the Star Trek, because I love space, and outer space is probably my most favorite thing. So let's get into these questions, okay? So what I'll do is I'll pull 3 cards for each question you had, okay? All right. So we have the 7 of Cloaks. Okay, which is like the 7 of Wands in a traditional tarot deck. We got the Knight of Starships in reverse. Okay, so that's like the Knight of Cups in a traditional. Okay, and we got the World card. So the 7 of Cloaks is telling me, you know, the 7 of Wands traditionally means hard work, planning. Okay, the Knight of Starships in reverse, about emotions, and the World completion. Okay, and I also pulled some oracle cards. The Evanfold and Rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not for you. And then the Weight of the World. Okay, so for what I am gathering is that, yes, there is truly a creature like this, but I really am seeing like the people in the past saw like a very large whale or like maybe a shark. So it does really exist, but it's not what it's meant to be. Like, it's not, they, you know, like a lot of people, I personally believe, like, people said they saw angels. I believe in that's really visitors from outer space. So I'm thinking the people who saw like a very large animal in the water gave this title to this. Okay, so the animal still exists. It's just, it's not gonna hurt us. It's actually kind of hiding itself because it's scared of us. So it does exist. It's just, you know, it's not evil. It's not gonna hurt anybody. It's just another creature that Mother Earth has here. Okay, so your second question is about Cern, okay? Let's get into this. So we got the 2 of Starships in reverse, okay? So we're talking about a partnership breaking up because that's referring to the 2 of Cups. Okay, we got the 7 of Swords in reverse. So some type of trickery being revealed. And we got the Temperance in reverse. Okay, so with Cern, I feel like this is a business. So I feel like the partnerships that Cern had with is breaking apart or has broken apart. The 7 of Swords is showing about, I feel like a lot of people who invested in Cern is pulling their money out because things are being revealed about what they're doing. Okay, and I feel also their finances are imbalanced. All right, and then I'm going to answer your last question. And then we're going to answer questions about Noah's Ark. So we have the 5 of Bathlets, which is like the 5 of Swords in a traditional tarot deck. We got the Page of Bathlets, which is like the Page of Swords. And we have the High Priestess. So I feel with Noah's Ark, with the 5 of Swords, I do believe there was a family that did build a boat. I feel like there was, and I got the Oracle card Messenger. I do feel like there was a person, a family that I'm getting intuitively, a messenger, that knew like some bad weather was approaching. Okay. Do I believe it's exactly how the Bible is? No. But I do believe at that time there was a major conflict dealing with weather. I'm feeling like Noah was a messenger. Okay, he was trying to tell people like, hey, this is coming. I feel like he was a seer. Okay, I feel like, you know, especially with the Page of Bathlets means that's another messenger news. Okay, and then with the High Priestess, okay, this is all about intuition, psychic ability. So I believe Noah did exist. I believe he was a messenger, and he was trying to tell people like, hey, this is coming, we need to do something. You know, sort of like with climate change today. I feel like a lot of people have been screaming this from the rooftop, like, hey, we got to change our ways around here, or else we're gonna really make life miserable on Earth. And I feel like, you know, I do feel like he did have animals and stuff, but I don't feel like he repopulated the Earth. I don't feel like that. But I do feel like he was a messenger telling people that this really bad weather was coming our way. And I feel like that he was a messenger, and I feel like people like didn't want to believe him and made fun out of him, because I also got an empathic starseed. So I feel like he was a very sensitive person, and I almost feel like after he tried to tell people what happened, he isolated himself. So that's what I'm getting intuitively. So let me know in the comments what you would like me to read next. I hope everybody has a wonderful Sunday.